With Ninjago lasting as long as it has, it should be no surprise that diversifying to encompass a range of different genres has been key to its success, with some set waves appearing to take some not so subtle inspiration from existing LEGO themes. That's what we'll be looking at today, as we take a look at some of the set waves where Ninjago seems to put its own spin on other LEGO themes. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoy the video, and let's get into it. Ninjago began in 2011, where 4 awesome ninja heroes battle undead skeletons in a race to find the 4 golden weapons of Spinjitzu before Lord Garmadon. It's quite clear that this first year of Ninjago took some inspiration from the original LEGO Ninja theme from 1998, which was part of the wider LEGO Castle world. They contain 4 multicoloured ninja minifigures with white, black and red ninjas present in both. Ninjago reused the original ninja hoods too, a single piece to cover their face with a clip on the back to attach their weapon, and both themes feature a wise ninja master with a long beard. LEGO Ninja had sets ranging from fortresses like the Emperor's Stronghold, Robber's Retreat and Flying Ninja Fortress, to vehicles including Shanghai Surprise, Ninja Master's Boat and White Ninja's Tank, with simple gliders for the ninja to fly with being included in many sets, including a cleverly referenced one years later in Ninjago's Temple of Air Jitsu. The original year of Ninjago sets also consisted of ninja training dojos and temples. Where it diverges though is obvious, with its more fantasy-oriented take on things which threw dragons and terrifying skeleton vehicles into the mix. Instead of ninja fighting pirates and robbers, the Ninjago ninja have elemental powers, can spin into ferocious tornadoes, and fought skulking from the underworld, which is very much in line with another sub-theme of Castle, that being the fantasy era, where evil skeletons do the bidding of a powerful wizard. Sticking with the Castle connections, let's jump ahead to 2020's Master of the Mountain set wave, which is one of my all-time favourites, and for good reason. This was all focused around Cole, the ninja of Earth and the best ninja. As a result, we went down into the dungeons of the Skull Sorcerer, an incredible location set that you could expand by combining with parts from the other sets like Journey to the Skull Sorcerer's dungeons, and it's filled with fantastical creatures. This is an even more obvious Ninjago take on that fantasy castle setting. The Skull Sorcerer's huge dungeon sits upon orange plates representing magma lakes, with dangerously thin, rocky walkways providing passageway around the dungeon. It's covered in bones, skulls and spiders to add a spooky feeling to it all, and the entrance to the Skull Sorcerer's quarters is protected by a huge lava fall, which you can open up by pushing this slab forwards, revealing magma below to add an extra level of defense. Plus, the entire dungeon is protected by Griefbringer, a giant skeleton dragon, and by far one of Ninjago's best. The interior doesn't have much going for it, but there's an armor stand and some accessories for the sorcerer to use. On the front there's a giant skeleton face looking out upon the entire location, much like the Skeleton Tower from 2007. This set was home to the evil wizard, guarded by spooky skeletons and a terrifying dragon of its own. The tower features an opening drawbridge with chains hanging out of the skull's eyes, plus a bone cage to hang prisoners over the lava below. Master of the Mountain sets included 3 villainous factions: the Geckles, purple goblin type creatures that were pretty original for Ninjago; the Munts, sand green orc warriors who would fit in very well with the Castle Troll warriors. These trolls came in huge numbers from 2007 to 2009, bringing terror to the medieval kingdom with incredible sets like the Troll Battle Wheel, Troll Warship and the huge Troll Mountain Fortress, just to name a few. There was also a Troll Warrior Blister Pack, giving you 5 minifigures from 3 different warrior classes, to make army building easy, even on a budget. Well, it did in 2009. While it may have retailed for just $15, this battle pack is now valued at over $90. These types of battle packs would have been a welcome addition to the Ninjago set wave, as the Monts Warriors only came in 3 sets, giving us an army numbering just 4. The actual servants of the Skull Sorcerer, the Awakened Warriors, sadly got even worse treatment. These incredible black skeletons were all new for Ninjago in 2020, but something Castle had already featured over a decade prior. But they only came in the 2 most expensive sets of the wave, giving us an army numbering just 3, while Castle once again had a Skeleton Warrior battle pack. The fantasy era of Castle was incredible, and I sadly missed out on its sets at the time. But Ninjago Master of the Mountain I feel did a great job capturing the vibe of this wonderful era, updating it for modern times with the Ninjago twist and bringing it to life with the added board game aspect. Yes, this was also a Ninjago take on Dungeons and Dragons, which in 2024 has also become its own LEGO theme. 2016's Skybound wave set the ninja in battle against the evil Jin Nadakan and his gang of sky pirates. While LEGO pirate set waves tend to include rafts, islands, pirate ships and outposts, Ninjago's take instead featured pirate airships, dragons and prison. Well, we still got Tiger Widow Island and the Lighthouse Siege, which were honestly huge standouts of the 2016 sets. Despite not sharing much in common with LEGO pirate set waves, the Ninjago take did share the faces of Bucko and Squiffy with the 2015 LEGO pirate sets, And I'm sure there's a funny story waiting to happen to explain why the captain of the Brick Bounty is now a low-level member of a flying pirate genie's crew. After defeating the Oni, the ninja were looking for adventure, and LEGO hero Clutch Powers came to their rescue, setting them off on an expedition in the desert. The wave of sets accompanying the fire chapter included Cole's dirt bike, the Katana 4x4, and the land bounty to help the ninja traverse the desert dunes, while the terrifying Firefang accompanied Snake Witcher Sphera and the fiery Pyro Snake mummies. Clutch Powers himself also made his minifigure debut 9 years after his LEGO movie release, in a Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu blister pack. He wears his iconic Indiana Jones inspired jacket with a tan shirt below and a black utility belt, but he now sports a beard and an eye patch he can raise to help him see in the dark. This Desert Expedition Ninjago storyline felt like a huge callback to not one but two old LEGO themes. Firstly, Adventurer's Desert theme from 1998. This theme saw another LEGO icon, Johnny Thunder, explore ancient Egyptian ruins with his team of adventurers, while villain Baron von Barron was on a mission to take valuable artifacts for himself. This theme also became part of a Ninjago fan storyline too, with Detanaglia Studios using many of the sets and minifigures in his Twilight Sands stop-motion storyline. Definitely go check it out if you haven't already. More recently, in 2011, there was the Adventurer's replacement Pharaoh's Quest, and this is much more similar to the Ninjago set wave than its predecessor. Pharaoh's Quest saw Professor Archibald Hale and his team of explorers led by Jake Rains venture into the desert dunes in search of 6 special collectible items: the gold crystal, golden staff, blue gem, scarab shield, sickle sword, and headdress, in order to prevent the return of the Pharaoh Amset-Ra. Much like a Sphera, this Pharaoh is buried in a pyramid, which is honestly something I think the Ninjago set wave would have really benefited from. Of course, the mission wouldn't be that easy, and Amset-Ra had an army of mummy warriors working to try and stop the heroes, with statues that could come to life: a sphinx, giant scorpion, and a terrifying cobra. Much like the Firefang, this one also uses a large plastic sheet for its hood. Pharaoh's Quest included regular mummies, snake charmers, and flying mummies. Their basic minifigures are identical, with their grey bandages and double-sided heads, while their headdresses give them their rank. Ninjago's Pyro Snake mummies, on the other hand, were incredible minifigure design, whose heads glow with transparent orange flames, with burning bandages revealing the mummified serpentine corpses below. The second half of the set wave was dedicated to the Ice chapter, with the ninja in the frozen Netherrealm searching for Zane with an army of ice samurai to battle against. While this doesn't share many similarities with existing LEGO themes, the closest probably being Alpha Team Mission Deep Freeze, there are 2 Orient Expedition sets that would go along well, including one with a Yeti that you could use as Krag. The season might be controversial, but I think the set wave will definitely go down as one of Ninjago's best. In 2021, the ninja ventured out to a mysterious island in search of Master Wu, Misako, and Clutch Powers, and the island set wave is another that captures the vibe of some older LEGO themes. In this case, LEGO Pirates and LEGO Adventurer's Jungle. Starting with Pirates, and at first glance it's easy to miss the connection. After all, Ninjago already did a pirate season, and it was nothing like this. However, in 1994, LEGO Pirates introduced Islanders with sets like Crocodile Cage, King Kahuka's Throne, and Forbidden Cove. This wave of sets included Islander minifigures with new hairpieces and unique face prints, complete with that iconic LEGO smile. King Kahuka himself had his own red mask to set him apart from the other Islanders. For Ninjago, we had Chief Mamatus with his amazing headpiece, while the rest of the keepers wore either rice hats or masks of their own. What's more, both sets of Islanders had catamarans to float around the shallow seas on. For $12, LEGO Pirates gave its Islanders a small red catamaran built using kayaks joined together to float away from a hungry croc, while Ninjago took the usual giant vehicle approach in the $70 Catamaran Sea Battle set, creating an epic battle upon the seas with Ninja vs Islanders as they took Jay prisoner. While the Pirates connection is neat, Chief Mamatus' headdress shares much more in common with Adventurer's Achu, who appears in Rule of the Jungle, River Expedition, and Amazon Ancient Ruins, part of the line of sets that saw Johnny Thunder and his team venture deep into the Amazon rainforest. Later in the year, the ninja dove down to the ocean depths in Seabound. While LEGO has had many underwater themes like Aqua Raiders and Aqua Zone, it's LEGO Atlantis that I want to focus on here, and it will become clear why very soon. Ninjago Seabound centered around Nia, Master of Water, whose powers were going haywire because of events in Merlopia. This underwater kingdom was home to Prince Kalmar, the main villain of the season. Kalmar the Squid is purple in colour and wields a trident, with his goal being to awaken Wajira using 2 amulets. If you know anything about LEGO Atlantis, these amulets probably seem very familiar to you. Yes, in 2010, the Atlantis team led by Captain Ace Speedman had to collect 5 treasure keys. Each one had translucent colours with golden bands on the ring and a printed sea creature. They fit into special rock pieces to open up the gateway of the squid, and more importantly, the portal to Atlantis. The heroes of Atlantis had an arsenal of cool vehicles at their disposal, with different types of submersibles, cars, and mechs, something Ninjago obviously wouldn't miss out on, giving us the Ninja Subspeeder and Lloyd's Hydro Mech. The Ninja team also got a submarine based on their iconic ship with the Hydro Bounty. This large white submarine has a small cockpit area at the back with storage space in the front for even smaller exploration vehicles, which can go off on their own quests. That to me seems very similar to the Atlantis team's Neptune carrier, the large command ship of the team which has space to store these small exploration vehicles, but in universe could fit all of their vehicles inside. While Ninjago had Wajira, the giant sea serpent who commands the waves and the storms, Atlantis had giant sea creatures of its own. Crabs, manta rays, sharks, squid, fish, scorpions, and all having minifigures to accompany them. Anthropomorphic animals. I wonder if that's going to be relevant again soon. Dragons Rising felt like a huge breath of fresh air for Ninjago, with the summer 2023 set wave providing us with an excellent range of vibrant sets and minifigures to explore a brand new world where all the realms have merged together. In the show, the Kraglings made their return after over 11 years. Rock monsters taken straight out of Power Miners, a theme that also played a small role in the Clutch Powers movie. Yeah, once you start looking for connections, you'll quickly find links between many different LEGO themes. And if you look carefully enough at the March 2024 set wave, you'll find a connection to an old theme that is very divisive among some Ninjago fans. The main villain of this new line of sets is Lord Raz, a tiger from the wilderness leading a wolf clan army. Seems pretty straightforward, but Lord Raz isn't just any old tiger, because Season 2 finally confirmed what fans have long suspected: the wilderness is actually home to LEGO Chima. Yes, that old theme from 2013 which saw different animal tribes going to war over the precious Chi. Possession was the first season to bring Chima into Ninjago's canon, with other seasons giving us Easter eggs too, but now not only do we get Easter eggs, we get an actual Chima set. That's right, while the Wolf Mask Warriors don't have much in common with the Wolves of Chima, their dojo is situated in the wilderness, and since that's Chima's realm, well, this Wolf Dojo is basically a Ninjago Chima crossover set, and it certainly feels like one. Combining a Ninjago ancient temple facade building with a wolf head that feels like it's been ripped right out of an old Chima set. So while we're yet to see characters from the old Chima theme show up, it's nice to know that it's no longer just an Easter egg but is now playing an important role in the future of Ninjago. Can you think of any other connections to older LEGO themes in Ninjago sets that I might have missed? Let me know in the comments, and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss out on my next videos.